She will compete second, and then Clarissa Raldi of Italy, who we already saw in the vault final, competing third.
Možete ocenjivati vježbu samo za vrijeme njezina trajanja. Imate tamo 0,5 za pad, 0,3 za ovo.
It's been an early morning start for both the gymnasts and the spectators here in Zagreb, but they have come in large numbers to this arena on the outskirts of the Croatian capital.
Rewards are great.
And they have really given a warm welcome to all of the gymnasts. There's a real camaraderie amongst the gymnastics community, and that extends both to the spectators as well as to the gymnasts. Everyone at this level understands that gymnastics is just an incredibly difficult, challenging, complex sport. And they do all support each other because there's empathy. They do understand the stresses and pressures that all of these young competitors are facing. Preserving the moment for posterity as they can. And for the coaches as well, they pour so much of themselves, their time, their resources into developing these young gymnasts.
Absolutely. This is the women's, or these are the women's artistic gymnastics European Championships Zagreb 2026 Junior Uneven Bars Final.
If you are just joining the broadcast, welcome. You have come at an opportune moment because the Junior Women's Uneven Bars Final is about to begin. Let's meet the 8 competitors who will be going for gold, silver, and bronze here. We'll start off with the all-around silver medalist, Paulina Dmitrieva, a 14-year-old considered one of the best young gymnasts on the continent. And she showed it by winning all-around silver just the other day. The new European Junior all-around champion and the granddaughter of 2 gymnastics legends, Alexandra Andrianova. Remember the name. She's in 3 apparatus finals today, beginning with this one. She says that her goal is to win all 3. Clarissa Raldi, the 14-year-old from Italy, the all-around bronze medalist 2 days ago.
From France, Luan Plisson.
One of the top French juniors, Luan Plisson, 14-year-old from Beaumont, who trains at the Saint-Etienne Training Center in the center of the country. The bronze medalist on vault half an hour ago, Lilou Marliac of France, is back.
Representing Italy, Giada Di Pietro.
The exciting Giada Di Pietro of Italy, 15, and she has already acquired a reputation as a top international competitor, a great hope for the Italian team. This is Elena Zhykharava of World Gymnastics, one of 14-year-old, the 8th strongest in qualifying on bars. 7th in the all-around competition and 4th with her team, Helena Finc of Great Britain. What an entrance for her. A 15-year-old from the market town of Bedworth in Warwickshire near Coventry. In the qualification round the other day, the uneven bars competition was one of the most exciting, and 8 first-class gymnasts have made this final. We will begin things with Paulina Dmitrieva. Alexandra Andrianova will compete in the 2nd position, and in the 2nd group, Lilou Marliac, Giada Di Pietro, and Helena Finc rounding things off for Great Britain.
Naravno, sad ćemo pogledati video o dvovisinskih vrućama. Of course, we're going to see the explanation of bars.
All of the gymnasts, as is customary, will be taking a warm-up briefly. We'll do this in 2 groups. The first 4 to perform will warm up first, and then they will compete. And then the second 4 will have a brief warm-up, and then they will compete. Lots to reflect upon for Alexandra Andrianova, the World Gymnastics 2 team member. Her grandfather was the great Nikolai Andrianov. Andrianov, one of the most decorated gymnasts in history. I cannot emphasize how important he was to the sport, to its development in the 1970s. He competed at 3 Olympic Games. He won 7 Olympic titles, 15 Olympic medals in all, between Munich in 1972 and Moscow in 1980. He is a gymnast who is, if you make a list of the top 5 men's gymnasts in history, Andrianov is almost certainly on that list. And what a wonderful legacy we have in his granddaughter winning the new junior European title in the all-around. Very sophisticated gymnastics on uneven bars demonstrated by Clarissa Raldi, who's just 14 years old. She already has 2 medals at these championships, as does Paulina Dmitrieva, who will be leading things off on uneven bars. Competing fourth will be this young woman, Luan Plisson, the 14-year-old from France, the uneven bars champion in the junior division at the City of Jesolo Trophy in Italy this spring. A really smooth swing and very good Kachev release skill. Dmitrieva really caught people's attention at the AGF Trophy in Baku in Azerbaijan this year, where she swept the table, won all 5 gold medals available. And it's not the first time that she's done that in a highly competitive field. And with her performance in the qualification and team final, she has kept people talking. All of the gymnasts get a little time to prepare the bars exactly the way that they want them. And every gymnast likes their bars prepared a little bit differently. Some people go heavy on the water, some people go heavy on the chalk. Paulina Dmitrieva of World Gymnastics 2 takes to the uneven bars. Good in-bar Stalder full to a skill called a Komova, one of 2 named for Victoria Komova, the Olympic silver medalist in 2012. All of those in-bar Stalders, like that one with a half turn into the Jaeger release move, are very important for her difficulty. Good pause in the handstand. She looked like she might be headed over, but kept it in check. Well-controlled routine by Paulina Dmitrieva. The champion not just on uneven bars, but on everything else at the AGF Trophy in Baku this year. A note about in-bars. We are likely to see 1 or more of those style skills, the circles where the gymnast pikes their body and the feet come near the bar, but they don't actually touch them during the giant swing. In these routines, they're highly valued in the code of points, and the gymnasts who can do a lot of them are headed for really good difficulty scores. It also helps when you have such a competent full twisting double tuck dismount as she does. The important role of the coach there, holding the boots, making sure that her feet don't get cold so she can put them on right as she comes off the apparatus. They serve all sorts of functions, coaches. The score for Paulina Dmitrieva is in, and it's a very good one. 13.9. That's 0.2 higher than she got in the qualification. She was already the third best there. So she has thrown down a real challenge for the rest of the field. This is the new European Junior all-around champion, Alexandra Andrianova, the granddaughter of the great Nikolai Andrianov and Lyubov Berta. And what swing. Look at the extension, the toe point, the fluidity of what she does. A slight leg separation on the Van Leven transition, uncharacteristic for her. But she's gotten the rhythm right back. Full twisting, double tuck, dismount, done in combination. She'll take it. That's a hit for Alexandra Andrianova. She said that her aim coming into this day of competition was to win all 3 of the gold medals in the finals that she entered. Unmasked ambition. And why not? She says that her grandparents have inspired her hugely. Unfortunately, she never got to meet her famous grandfather. He died the year that she was born, passed away after a long battle with a neurodegenerative disease. But he lives on in her, and also in the way that she does gymnastics. There's a wonderful sense of well-controlled power to Andrianova's work. Of her all-around win, she said, "I'm so happy. It was a stressful time, but I managed to come through it." And she has come through the uneven bars final with 13.666. So she trails her teammate Paulina Dmitrieva, but we will see where that score holds up and places her. Clarissa Raldi of Italy, the 14-year-old. Top 6 finish in the vault final to go along with the all-around bronze and team silver she's already collected. Here she is in the hunt for medal number 3. In-bar Stalder with a half turn to a front Stalder, and another half turn connected to a Maloney. The Kachev done from the uprise. Very clean pack salto. On uneven bars, we're looking for things like small separations of the legs, as she did on that Van Leven transition. Giant into full twisting, double tuck. Everybody's nailing the dismount this morning. And Clarissa Raldi has notched another hit routine. She's another gymnast with a really fluid swing and the potential and flexibility to do those all-important in-bar skills. That's known as a toe on, and she shoots her feet backwards, which catapults her backwards and up to the high bar. She connects that with a Kachev. There's the Maloney once more, and she swings through and over into the reverse hacked. Very good work overall from Clarissa Raldi. Her difficulty comparable with that of Alexandra Andrianova. And they both had an extremely small form mistake on the Van Leven. So Clarissa Raldi receives 13.533. That puts her into 3rd place right now. So 3 competitors gone. It is Dmitrieva in the lead. Next is Luan Plisson of France. A gymnast who trains at the Saint-Étienne Training Center, which has brought up many a French national team member, including the likes of Laurette Charpy, who will be competing in the team final of the seniors later on today. Ever so slight overbalance of her first handstand, but no problem on the in-bar stalder. Uprise Kacha. Well swung out of the pack salto. Toe stalder with full turn. She takes a kip handstand off. No connection with the Van Leeuwen. That element just a bit labored. Front giants and a double front dismount with half turn. That's a very ambitious end to her routine. Luan Plisson of France. The difficulty of this exercise, 5.9 when she connects everything that she hopes to. I am not certain that on this occasion she will get that difficulty, because it is based on doing the difficult skills one after the next without pauses. And there were a couple of places where it looked like she was a little bit cautious, and instead of connecting, kipped off and reset. There's no deduction for that. It just might impact her difficulty slightly. Maloney, and then a really strong swing through the Kacha release skill. There's the toe stalder, and that's where she did not connect with this Van Leeuwen up to high bar. Perhaps a smart idea. And the dismount, really nice. Double front with half turn right at the end. Luan Plisson, renowned as one of the top juniors in France, and she showed it by winning the all-around title at the City of Jezelo Trophy earlier this year. 13.4 and the difficulty 5.8. So she was down a little bit in difficulty, and just a few small things in the exercise that keep her below the top 3 on this occasion. So no change to the standings. At the halfway point, it's Dmitrieva, followed by Andrianova, followed by Rinaldi. Over on the apparatus, the next 4 are warming up. Lilou Marliac on the bars currently. She'll be followed by Giada Di Pietro of Italy, the 4th strongest in the qualification. And then Elena Zhykharava and Helena Finc of Great Britain will be the last to perform. Of these 4 gymnasts, Helena Finc is the best known, having been in the apparatus final on uneven bars at the Junior World Championships in the Philippines last November. As we take a look at Giada Di Pietro going through her warm-up, there is Helena Finc. She's had a flu bug this week and wasn't at her best in the qualifications due to having been ill, but she still performed very competently and got herself into this final. Let's see what she can produce. Lilou Marliac, another one, having a very good competition. Bronze medal on vault just about an hour ago. This is our first look at Elena Zhykharava. Zhykharava, the 8th strongest in the qualification, with a score just over 13 points. The score to beat at the moment, 13.9 from Paulina Dmitrieva. Lilou Marliac of France, 9th strongest in the qualification. The bronze medalist on this apparatus at the top gym competition last year in Charleroi in Belgium. It's a good Stalder with full turn opener, but she is way out of handstand when she finishes the pirouette. So that will be a deduction of several tenths of a point. Handstand's very important on uneven bars, emphasizing the handstand position, particularly when you finish a pirouette, is one of the keys to getting a really high score. Full twisting, double tuck, and a great landing for Lilou Marliac of France. The 14-year-old is from the department of the Loire. She trains at the Pôle Saint-Étienne, the training center. One of several scattered throughout France, but one of the most prestigious. There's the place where she really loses the most in this routine. Ideally, the gymnast finishes in a straight vertical handstand like that. But with pirouettes, it can be very difficult. Very good Stalder Shaposhnikova with half-turn transition up to the high bar. These are well-learned basics. That's evident in what she does. And at just 14 years old, she is clearly in the process of refining these routines. There was real attention to detail. She was very conscientious of trying not to give away anything in deductions. 12.833 for Lilou Marliac. Difficulty 5.1 today, down slightly from qualification. To someone with the difficulty to contend for a medal here. Giada Di Pietro of Italy had a 6.0 difficulty score in the qualification. Let's see if she can put it all together and do the same today. That's the difficulty with those in-bar Stalders. If you do not place yourself just right, there's a point where you have to shoot your feet towards the ceiling in order to get the handstand and go swing over the way that you want to. She opts not to repeat the skill, but she does do a very nice in-bar Stalder to immediate Shaposhnikova. And there's the classic Stalder Shaposhnikova. The difference is where the ankles are placed, and once again, almost short on the handstand. But look at the way that she does emphasize all of the handstand positions, right there. That's really good gymnastics. Unfortunate for Giada Di Pietro with the mistake at the very beginning. On uneven bars, like all apparatus, a fall costs a full mark in execution score. And so it is unlikely that she is going to compete for the podium today. However, she has tremendous potential on uneven bars. Was just unfortunate. She was trying to be so precise and it nearly worked. This will be a routine to watch for in the future though. What a nice high Jaeger somersault Finished way above the bar. And the dismount in combination with a full turn. The full twisting double tuck dismount a la mode amongst the juniors. I believe there's only been one gymnast that has not done that in this final. Giada Di Pietro comes from San Benedetto del Tronto, one of the most populated cities on the Adriatic coast in Italy. And today she scores 12.233. To a 14-year-old newcomer, Elena Zhykharava, the 8th strongest in qualification. Stalder blind into pike Jaeger, well caught. This routine not as difficult as some that we have already seen. But there's good power to her swing. Well emphasized handstands as well, lots of toe stalders. And the dismount in combination with a toe stalder full. That's a hit exercise for Elena Zhykharava. Sometimes, regardless of whether you win a medal or not, it feels great to go out in a final with all eyes upon you and hit a routine like that. She knows that she's done well. Whatever score she receives is almost going to be immaterial. She can be very proud of herself for this effort. There once more, classic Stalder, with the ankles on the outside, and here's an in-bar, or a toe stalder through to half turn in the transition. That is known as a Van Leven, named after the Dutch gymnast who performed it for the first time about 20 years ago, Laura Van Leven. A happy finish there for Elena Zhykharava. Once again, the difficulty score of this routine is probably in the neighborhood of 5.1. And so the score, although well executed, not going to challenge the leaders today. 13.1 for Zhykharava. Lots to build upon there. To the final performer, Helena Finc of Great Britain, a 15-year-old from Warwickshire, trains at Park Wrekin Gymnastics Club, which has produced, among others, Alice Kinsella. Lovely combination, in-bar blind right to pike Jaeger. She continues on with the in-bars, really great definition. And very good line as well. Powerful Maloney right into a Ginger, and oh, that's a difficult one for Helena Finc. And the heart does go out to her. Good for her for staying on the ground and just making sure that she was all right. Even though gymnasts are used to falling in training, in competition, things can be a little different. It's best to check and not get up unless you're really sure that you don't need further medical examination. It has been something of a difficult week for Helena Finc here. She has been ill, battling a flu bug. And so it's not entirely surprising, perhaps, if she is not quite 100% at this moment. Still a very worthy routine and an honorable effort by the 15-year-old who was a World Championships finalist on uneven bars at the Junior Worlds last November. Very good opening sequences to this exercise, and it's very clear she has a beautiful and fluid swing. Momentum is important, especially with that embarking. She's not the first that we've seen this week fall on that skill. And good rotation as well on the full twisting double tuck. Just not her day today. But she's going to have more opportunities in the future. That is clear. 12.3 and 7th place on this occasion for Helena Finc. And what that means is that Paulina Dmitrieva has won the junior European title on uneven bars. Dmitrieva first, Alexandra Andrianova second, Clarissa Raldi of Italy takes the bronze. The new European Junior uneven bars medalist taking a bow after 3 very worthy performances. The 3rd medal of the championships for all 3 of those gymnasts. The final standings in the junior uneven bars final here in Zagreb. Bronze to Clarissa Raldi of Italy, silver to Alexandra Andrianova, and gold to Paulina Dmitrieva. We'll be bringing you the medal ceremonies in just a moment, but first, let us have a look back at the highlights of this uneven bars final.
One more applause for Paulina Dmitrieva, Alexandra Andrianova, and Clarissa Raldi. Bravo, Tsure, bravo, bravo, bravo. And also, make some noise for the winner of the predictions course. And his name is, please, Boris. Boris the Blade, Boris, Kositi. Where is Boris? Boris, you need to find this handsome guy. Moraš pronaći Luigija od zgodnog majmuna. You need to come on entrance 109. And the 2nd place, we have 3 rewards, imamo 3 nagrade. Boris je pobjedio, vidjet ćemo sad 1., 2., 3. mjesto. Okay, Luigi is waiting for you with rewards. Who's on the 2nd place? Who's on the 2nd place? Arjuna! Arjuna je na 2. mjestu i Dorka je na 3. mjestu. Kako su bili blizu, bravo, bravo, all 3 of you. You're great judges. We can see. Almost exact like judges. Almost exact. So, znači, nagrade su za Borisa, Arjunu i Dorku, tu kod ulaza 109, kod Luigija. Rewards are great, 2 tickets for the World Cup next year in Osijek, signed t-shirts for gold medalists today, potpisane majice od današnjih pobjednika, 2 ulaznice za svjetski kup u Osijeku. Imamo 100 eura poklon u areni za Arjunu i 3. mjesto Dobro poklon paket. And for 3rd place, Dobro gift pack. Okay. Back to the game. So. We have now a medal ceremony. After that, we continue with balance beam. And before we continue with balance beam, I will ask you once again, do you enjoy here? Do you like Zagreb? Do you like Croatia? Do you like this beautiful athlete? Thank you, guys.
Europsko prvenstvo u sportskoj gimnastici Zagreb 2026. Svečanost proglašenja pobjednika disciplini ukrtinske ruče za juniorke.
The medal ceremony for the junior women's uneven bars final has now begun.
Medal ceremony, junior uneven bars.
Molim vas, pozdravimo osvajačice medalja.
Please welcome the medalists.
The presentation party includes Donatella Sacchi, the president of the World Gymnastics Women's Technical Committee and a 1976 Olympian.
Na trećem mjestu osvajačica brončane medalje, predstavnica Italije.
Third place and winner of the bronze medal representing Italy, Clarissa Raldi.
A third medal and a second bronze for Clarissa Raldi of Italy. Congratulations to her on a very nice performance.
Second place and winner of the silver medal for World Gymnastics to Alexandra Andrianova.
A silver medal on this apparatus for the all-around champion, Alexandra Andrianova.
Na prvom mjestu osvajačica zlatne medalje, juniorska europska prvakinja 2026. na dvovisinskim ručama, predstavnica skupine 2 Svjetskog gimnastičkog saveza.
First place, winner of the gold medal and junior European champion 2026 on uneven bars for World Gymnastics 2, Paulina Dmitrieva.
She swung right to the top. The first performer in the order takes the gold. Paulina Dmitrieva is the new European uneven bars junior champion.
World Gymnastics Women's Technical Committee President, and Valerie van Kouwenbergen, member of the Women's Technical Committee of European Gymnastics, and Marko Brez, President of the Women's Technical Committee of the Croatian Gymnastics Federation. Slijedi himna Svjetskog gimnastičkog saveza.
Please stand up if you're able for the anthem of World Gymnastics.
nagradimo još malo većim aplauzom ove najbolje gimnastičarke Europe.
The best in the continent on uneven bars amongst the junior women. The final standings in the junior women's uneven bars competition: bronze to Clarissa Raldi, silver to Alexandra Andrianova, and gold to Paulina Dmitrieva. Time for some celebration. A moment to enjoy the victory, but not too long, because all three of these gymnasts